Are you tired of being on a diet and fail? Are you tired of looking at the mirror and feeling fat, unhealthy, ugly, or eating a piece of chocolate and feeling guilt or shameful? Did you try to drink some kind of milkshakes or juice to lose weight? If you answer yes, at least one question, please continue watching because I got something to tell you that will change your life. So what I'm talking about is intuitive eating, and I want to share with you 10 principles of this intuitive eating, and it's changing my life really. So the first principle that I want to talk to you about is the rejected diet mentality. So the diet mentality is the mentality that allow us to feel guilty, to feel shameful for eating any kind of food. That can be chocolate, a sweet, or a lasagna, for example. This is so wrong for us and doesn't help our mindset and doesn't help us to feel fine with ourselves. So we really need to stop seeing at food like the enemy, and we need to stop at believing this diet culture that wants to make believe us that we are a failure because we eat something that normally is in like bad food or unhealthy. There is no diet that can help you to weight loss and feel good with yourself. You will always feel guilty for eating anything that doesn't stick with the plan. 95% of the people that went on a diet failed, or the 5% of these people had an eating disorder because of this diet. A diet is 100% a failure, and I can tell you because I tried loads and loads of diets: low carb, keto diet, Mediterranean diet, any kind of diet I tried, it was a failure. And I think for everybody is this, because the studies shows that 100% of the diets are a failure. The second thing is honor your hunger. You need to eat the energy and the carbohydrates and all the macros that your body wants, that your body needs. Otherwise, you can trigger a primal drive to overeat. If you respect and honor this hunger, you will make peace with yourself and with your body. The third principle is make peace with food. There is no bad food or good food, healthy or unhealthy food. There is nutritional dense food and there is soul food, as I call it. When you restrict yourself and you have that sense of deprivation about a certain type of food, you will always, or most of the time, you will go for a binge. That's what happened to me before going all in, as somebody called it, or practice the intuitive eating. If you honor this anger, you will not feel guilty anymore. Obviously, you need a bit of practice in this. Have you ever heard the sentence, oh, I will start a new diet on Monday, so on the weekend you will overeat, you will binge eat? That's the problem with diets, and that's the problem with mentality of bad and good food, because you will not see that food anymore for maybe weeks or even months, so you want to overeat that thing, you want to binge. That's the wrong approach to food. We need to be happy when eating. We cannot feel guilty anymore. And then there is the challenge to the food police. The food police is in our head, and it always says to us, no, you are bad because you ate that chocolate, or you are good because you have minimal calories. Like, for example, a lot of women wants to eat 1,200 or 1,300 calories. For me, it's insane. It's impossible for me to eat that low calories. Obviously, I'm a bit overweight, but I don't care anymore, because since I started this way of eating, I'm losing weight and I feel better with myself. I feel better with my body. If we continue to use this food police, we are always feeling guilty, we are always feeling bad with yourself. So no more food police. Allow yourself wherever you want to eat, whenever you are hungry, and you will be fine. And that brings to another factor, another principle, that is discover the satisfaction factor. When you eat, you need to feel satisfied for what you eat. And then there is the sixth principle, that is feel your fullness. When you're hungry, you need to eat this certain amount and you will feel the fullness. When you snack, your body will communicate to the brain 20 minutes later if you're full or not. So try to eat not that slow, but try to find your peace. And sometimes what I suggest to do is take some time to check with your body if you're full. You need to be comfortably full, not over full or stuffed, because that's not what we want. We want to be full but not too full, if you know what I mean. And while you're doing this pose in the middle of eating, ask yourself how the food tastes, what your hunger level is. I'm listening to a podcast, and this lady says when you're eating, when you're hungry, rate it from -10 to +10, and we need to eat between -2 and -3, and we need to be full at +2, +3. Obviously, this takes time and this takes an amount of practice that it's unbelievable. But I'm starting to do this, and I'm seeing some progress in my mind overall and in my body as well. But in my mind, that's the most important thing. Then we got the 7th principle, that is cope with your emotions with kindness. The first thing to do is recognize that food deprivation or food restriction can lead physically and mentally a trigger loss of control. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you restrict yourself, you will be overeating or binge eating after a bit. So just eat whatever you want in the amount that you want, and you will see that with the time you will crave that thing less and less. Find ways to comfort, nurture, help yourself in another way, in a healthy way. Like, for example, I love reading, I love watching YouTube, I love watching some TV series. And the 8th principle is respect your body. What we need to do is accepting our body. For example, in the book of Intuitive Eating, they say a person with a shoe size of 8, for example, it's really unreasonable to squeeze in a size 6 of shoes. It's really impossible. So why should we do it with our entire body? All bodies deserve dignity. This is so true. And I really respect every size of body and every shape. And then the 9th principle is movement. Feel the difference. We do not have or must exercise anymore just because of the sake of calories burning or calories deficit. I used to do this, and obviously I did this maybe for a month or two, and then I was fed up. I was not feeling alright. I was felt forced, and this brought me to overeat and binge eat because I was so stressed out because of the exercise. You need to feel the difference. Like, you need to exercise just if you want and whatever you want to do. For me, for example, exercise means going for a walk in the woods, going for a walk with my family, or even playing volleyball, for example. I decided I want to do this for myself and for my mental health and for my body as well, because I want to move it, but I don't want to overdo. Like, for example, in the gym, I always felt forced to go. In fact, many weeks I was like, oh, I don't want to go anymore. If you like gym, if you like doing weights, if you like doing cardio, that's completely fine. My husband loves to run, but I hate it. Like, for me, volleyball and swimming, these are the only sports that I would like to do. And then the last principle, honor your health and gentle nutrition. This means eat wherever you like, what your taste buds want, and what make you feel good. You don't have to eat perfectly to be healthy. You will not go unhealthy overnight, or for a snack, or for a meal, or even for a day of eating unhealthy, or, as I like to say, of eating soul foods. And there is one sentence that I want to read you just from the book, that is, it's what you eat consistently over time that matters. Progress, not perfection. So these were all the 10 principles of the intuitive eating. I hope this helped you. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and you will help me with this YouTube channel. And I wish you a very good day. Bye!